All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone. Goal!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB here on this Tuesday morning live from the Raising Cane studio. And we're going to go now to our guy, Nick Underhill, NewOrleans.football. Nicholas, how we doing this week, sir?
Doing good. How y'all doing?
I mean, probably doing great. Spencer Rattler, 4 turnovers. Probably got your Tyler Shuck jersey.
Pop some champagne
over there. I mean, we know, Nick. Go ahead and tell the people.
What are we talking about?
We're giving you a hard time because a lot of our chat and a lot of our conversation right before you hopped on, I'm still going to defend Spencer Rattler. I don't know that playing Tyler Shuck right now, and I know a lot of people are asking for it. You got to see what you have, but I think if you do that, I do think you mess with the development of Spencer Rattler, and I still think there's a lot of things that he does really well. I think he's a starter in multiple places in the NFL. But, look, your boots on the ground, your ear to the ground there every single day. Like, what's your assessment of where Spencer's at, and what do you think about, a lot of people wanting to see Tyler Shuck at some point in this season?
Yeah, I mean, I think I exist in the middle, and I think it's just kind of weird. And I think it's weird that everything has to be, like, politics, and you're on one side or the other, and there's no middle ground. Like, yeah, Spencer Rattler played a bad game. And, defending that, I think, is weird. There's 3 interceptions. There's a fumble. There's 2 other passes that should be picked off. You go through the interceptions. I think the last one's really bad. The one on the scramble drill is what it is. I'm not mad at that. That's a chance I want to see him take. The first one, I think you kind of have to look at it and say, man, I've seen him throw this pass behind guys 3 or 4 different times, and it's led to the plays that don't work. But then also, hey, look, we watched this defensive coordinator for a decade do this to guys like Tom Brady and make him spike tablets on the sideline. And we watched Baker Mayfield go up in flames last night. And, these games happen to people. And, the overreaction, throw him out, it's done, it's over with. This guy can never be an NFL quarterback after one game is really, really stupid to me. And I think, the coronation of you have a franchise quarterback after one game against the New England Patriots when, literally their defensive coordinator goes on a leave of absence because he has cancer is equally as stupid. And I think it's just let's see what the process is. And does he keep getting better? Does he come back from this game and respond from it? I think check marks of adversity to see how somebody comes back from it is important. That's part of the job. Can you play a bad game and get your ass kicked and stand up and keep going? I think we saw some of that in this game, though. He's at 4 yards of offense coming down the stretch in, the first half. DA's doing these simulated pressures and disguises where literally if you go, he has 9 guys on the line of freaking scrimmage. You have no idea anything they're doing. And it has them in a blender. And then 3 minutes left in the first half, they figure it out. They pop the pass to Olave from the seam, the big gang, go down and score. And that was important to see too. So I just don't get the rush to judgment on anything. You have 2 young guys in the building. I think the most unfortunate thing in the world for Spencer Rattler is that this other guy exists because everything gets viewed through that. And, I think he's played well enough that you keep looking at him. But the reality is they drafted the other guy. You don't get to have multiple bad games. And I think that really sucks for him because you played a bad game against Chicago and everyone's oh, it's the Bears, whatever. That's Dennis freaking Allen. We know he can call a great game. But now he has the Bucs, then he has the Rams. I think it sucks for him, man. If he hits a little bad stretch here, and it's a stretch that I don't think any of us are expecting him to look great against the Bucs or the Rams. I think it's the end of the road. If he doesn't play great there, and again, I think it's incredibly unfair to him. But it's just the reality of the situation. And unfortunately for Spencer, this is just kind of his football story. and like, here it goes again. So look, it's like, if he becomes undeniable, he becomes undeniable. And it's not just about Shuck. Like, it's about the next draft, too. Like, you got to be undeniable against the class, because you can't sit there. You got year one. Like, this is your year of patience right here as a head coach. Next year, like, there's supposed to be some expectations. By year three, you got to be winning games, or you're back to being a coordinator. So, like, he has to become undeniable, not just against, like, Tyler Shuck. He's got to be undeniable against Dante Moore, Lenora Sellers, Fernando Mendoza, Ty Simpson. Like, there's a lot of people you're being judged against right now. So, like, I don't think he's playing poorly, and I think the overreaction to a bad game against Dennis Holland, I don't know. Like, I'm surprised by everything these days. Like, nobody looks at anything sensibly. And, like, I'm sorry to be on a rant, but, like, you just touched my soul. And it's like, you just sit there and you read it, and it's like, what is going on here? Like we all haven't done watching football. Like, you're 40 years old, like, on the internet bitching about, like, one game, like, you haven't seen Drew Brees play a bad game in his life. Like, I just don't, I don't get it.
I know, it's kind of funny because we were talking yesterday, like, he is arguably, right? Arguably playing better than 3 of the 6 quarterbacks taken in the first round in his own draft class, which was said to be like the top draft class since 2020. But you're right, it is kind of unfair because he does have Shuck, and Shuck could be the next great thing. Nobody really knows. So I think what you said at the beginning of that answer was great. Like, whatever the process is for Kellen Moore in this whole season, like, execute that process. And I think the fan base, they kind of want, like, an emotional decision. And I get it. Like, and you kind of said it's kind of like a little bit political. You're either on one side or the other. There's no one, like, trying to look at it rationally. And that was, like, the worst game for both sides, because one side was like, oh my God, he's playing terrible. And the other side's like, wait a minute. No, did you see that 2-minute drive right there? Then he goes out and he does something really good, throws accurate passes down the middle, throw accurate passes deep. So it was that game where just created a lot of argument from either side in the middle. But one thing that you can't argue is, besides, a couple of plays from 2 weeks ago from Chris Olave, he's had a pretty good little stretch here the last 2 weeks, and he came on and made some big plays, had a great game this past week. And so how do you see his kind of his rise back to playing really well, playing like a guy that could be considered a number one guy in the NFL, and all the, I guess, the potential contract extension talks?
Well, I mean, he's like a perfect example of how everything went crazy, too. Like, you see, have, like, years of good tape. He has a bad game, and, like, everyone's like, cut him, get him out of here. It's like, what are we doing, man? Like, I thought he played really great in this game, though. Like, and he showed what he wants to be. Like, he's begging for those types of opportunities. And, not to get off, like, Olave, but, like, going back to Rattler, like, the throw from the 21, I thought that was a great play that you wanted to see him make. Those are the plays we've been asking him to make. And, like, hey, look, why aren't they taking these shots here? And he hits it, then scores again in the red zone. I think a lot of people would be surprised to know, and I know there's 2 passes in the red zone that, like, really stand out. The one behind Olave, which he missed against Stanford. And, I feel like the interception was in the same vein. And then the one to Cooks that was a little bit low against, I believe that was Buffalo, right? But there's those 2 plays. But since week one, they went 0 for 7 in the red zone. Juwan's ball hit him in the hands or whatever. Since week one, he's a 60% passer in the red zone with 6 touchdowns. Like, that's not a terrible place to be. That's not unredeemable. There's obviously stuff that has to get better. But, look, if Chris is going to make plays down there, that helps. Like, it's a huge thing they need. I felt like they did a really good job of getting him inside in the slot. He made some plays out of there, going up and attacking the ball. Both touchdowns, he had to go up and grab it. Really, really good plays for him. It's a situation where I think you would probably prefer to have, like, another guy out there, and you aren't relying on him in every, high leverage type situation. But, like, he's a guy I want to. It's tough because, like, you got to isolate you can't isolate it, but, like, if you isolate the injury situation, like, his talent is something I undeniably want to invest in. I don't know if I want to go Justin Jefferson money, but, like, Stephon Diggs plus a little bit more, sure. Like, I'm okay being at, like, 2025, something like that. The injury thing makes it scary, though. Like, there's an undeniable factor here that, like, the next hit could be something that sets him back. And it's tough to know how to marry those 2 things. So yeah, I mean, talent wise, I want to pay him. Health wise, I think it becomes, it's just truly a complicated situation.
Be nice if we could hit a field goal too. And talking about the red zone success that we've been having. Been nice to get 3 points a little bit more consistent.
Yeah, but hey, yes, it would. But hey,
I don't get that, man.
I don't. He's got some incriminating evidence of somebody, but yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's like what is this stat, Alondra?
Sorry, I was doing it in your ear so nobody else heard me.
What is that stat then?
Blake Grupe is 33rd in field goal percentage in the NFL.
Yeah,
Yep.
32
teams,
There's only
by the way.
32.
Yeah.
There's only 32.
There's
Yeah.
32 teams, by the way.
Like what? I mean, in a day and age, Nick, where you can just find a kicker that will bomb a 55-yarder now right down the middle.
That's short.
That's what
right
I'm saying. Like you can find that. Like, what is that?
Yeah, I mean,
He's also a captain, by the
like,
way.
if-
Sorry, but
Yeah.
yes. Like if it's only one, like if the Chicago one's the only one, okay, you missed from 53, it's raining out, whatever. But like that's the fifth miss in seven or fifth game that he's missed kicks in. There's only been 7 games, multiple misses in some of them. I don't understand it. I don't know how you can credibly like sitting there and say like you're trying to win games if you got a kicker who can't hit kicks. Like at a certain point, like man, can you really let down the other whatever 89 guys on the roster like as a kicker? And you want to stand by him, like after all these misses.
Look at this. We're looking at this picture, Nick. I don't know if you can see. It looks like a Halloween costume.
No. It looks like a Disney movie where you traded bodies with someone and you got a chance to play in the National Football League. Like
That's from the last game.
Oh, I know.
That is up to date.
I know.
Wow.
Is that
got
even a
a hit,
conversation though? Like trying out different kickers on a Monday?
I mean, I've asked a bunch of times, and they just keep saying, like, "Hey, look, we're gonna ride with him, and if he comes through this, we're gonna have a better kicker than we'd have if we went out and got some." But like, here's my thing: like, if he was a guy for the last couple of years, like hitting 62-yarders, 60-yarders, which it seems like everybody's doing now, and he's shortening the field for you, great. But like, he's never had that like super long distance range, so like. Even relative to other kickers, like he's kind of lengthening the field for you. Like he's been an average kicker. And like nice guy. Like I think everybody on the team likes him, but you gotta hit your kicks, man.
All right, it's like when you're trying to set up your buddy with your girlfriend's friends. She's like, she's got a great personality. Like you just called him a nice guy.
Great guy though.
Great
Great
guy.
guy though, man. Great guy.
All right, our kicker is really nice.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Nick, do you remember that? You remember that one time that the Saints traded a 4th-round pick for a receiver from Denver? Where'd he go?
I can't.
He played 14 plays.
Like, I don't even know what to say about it.
Is he nice too?
No, I hardly talk to him because like there hasn't been a reason to. There's like you traded a 4th rounder for a guy that's 28 years old. You're halfway through the season.
Yeah.
He's done nothing. Like you could have sold me on it. Like, hey, look, we're gonna go get this guy. Like this was a guy that was available. It was better than trading for an old guy. We're gonna bring him in. Spencer Rattler needs a 6'3" guy to help him on 3rd down.
Yeah.
He needs a 6'3" guy to help him in the red zone. That's gonna help his development. We're gonna invest in this. This is really about Spencer Rattler. Get this guy in the building. Whatever. He's kind of old. Probably won't get in the second contract. Like he can help the quarterback. He's not helping the quarterback on 3rd down. They're throwing a slant to Shaheed, trying to get inside leverage. Like, man, where's the big guy? Like that's where you should be throwing him the ball. It's very weird to me. A very weird move. There's 10 games left. Like, man, he's really got to turn it on. Or like, it's a 4th rounder for a guy that's 28 years old, and you're coming up to a draft where there's like a lot of receivers. It's kind of a colossal error if like this thing doesn't hit. Like, and there's been a few of them. Like, was Brandon Cooks? What's he doing on this team? Like, where does that make sense? Like, the Juwan Johnson contract doesn't make sense. Like, they've made some very, very questionable decisions with like how this team is built and where they invested. And it just doesn't make a ton of sense right now.
No, I mean it doesn't. And you look at the weapons. I mean, like Brandon Cooks has certainly had his day in the sun in the NFL. I mean, he's been a guy that's multiple teams, 1,000 yards. It doesn't matter. He finds his way. But like that's even a guy. He plays almost 40 plays in this game, and it's like, okay, what did he really do to help you in this contest? And again, like that's a guy that's been a great pro, and he's probably a great presence in the locker room. But again, it's another weapon that when you watch the tape, it's not where it once was. And look, it makes a lot of sense. He's played a long time. but it's almost like you can only get one of the receivers at a time. Like it's either Rashid Shaheed has a big day or it's Chris Olave. You don't dare get both at the same time. And God knows you're not getting anything from your third or your fourth receivers. And even everybody's favorite camp guy, Mason Tipton, he plays a handful of plays. He's not going to do anything for you either. And so, like, that's another problem. You can't have two guys at the same time, it feels like, step up and make plays.
JT O'Sullivan, he's played for the he's a backup at the same point. Like
he was a teammate of mine. Yeah, I know JT. Yeah,
like he's awesome at what he does. Like I love watching his videos. He did one on Rattler, and look, this is a rebuilding team. Like so, it should be young guys, like people that are going into the system. He's going through. He's like, is that Brandon Cooks? Like he's still in the league. Like you shouldn't be this. Or is he still in the league team when you're rebuilding? Like. That's something you should be doing, like, you know, oh, man, like the Seahawks got that, like, oh, old savvy vet. That makes sense. Like, you shouldn't be the wow, he's still sticking around, huh? Like, that shouldn't be where you're at if you're the Saints.
I can see JT doing that. Like, oh, that's Brandon Cooks? He's still
the guy that shoots the arrows? Shoots the bow and arrow?
I know. That's actually it's a really good point. Last one before we let you go, and I know it's been all offensive talk. I know the defense has issues. We'll catch up on that next week because the offense has more issues than Vogue. What do you do now that Kendre Miller is going to be out for the year? What does that rotation look like? Is it going to be Devin Neal, in your opinion? Do they bring someone else in to try to help out AK?
I think it'll probably be a lot of Devin Neal. I think it'll be a lot of Velus Jones. At least Devin Neal can, like, pass protect a little bit. Like, you're seeing some of that. The other guys aren't really doing it. Speaking of the run defense or the defense, man, they allowed 133 yards before contact in that game. Like, that's probably more than a lot of teams. It's 3 times more than the Saints rushed for. Just like, man, the defense is just bad.
Say that stat again. 133 yards before contact. Before contact.
Well, yes. It's man. Come on, man.
I knew it was pretty bad.
Insane.
Because I'd done the stats. I knew that it was 6.5 yards per carry to running backs. Now I know it was a little bit lower when you add in like Caleb. 6.5 yards per carry to the running backs. So,
like absolutely crazy. Like, and you know, you have the coverage breaks the week before. The run defense ain't working. Like, there's something kind of broken here. And again, like if you got young quarterbacks, whatever one's in there, kind of hard to succeed. Like you got to keep them in these games because, like, look, I mean, they're developing. You can't ask Rattler and Chuck to be throwing you back in games. Like it's just not. It's not going to work like that. You got to see it sometimes, but like, I just don't. They just aren't. They aren't those guys, and a lot of guys aren't early on in their career. Like you got to grow into that. So you got to at least be like sound there and not have these like big breaks and giving up 15-yard runs and 12-yard runs, and a guy dragging 7 people down to the 1-yard line. Like. It's just it's a tough way to play. I think there's a lot bad in that last game, but that was the thing that people should like really be screaming about, not the quarterback competition that may or may not lead to an answer.
Yes, that's actually a great point. All right, I swear, last one on the way out. A lot of trade rumors around the Saints because of where they're at and rebuilding and veteran players. We've heard it all. Do you think the Saints make any significant move to let go of some of these veteran players we've seen play for the Saints for a long time?
Yeah, I do. I think some of their names are out there, and they're kind of being shopped around and seeing what the market is and whether they want to leave or not. I still kind of circle like Pete Werner maybe is the most likely guy to go though. And I know that's probably not who you're referring to, but
no. I mean,
I think you kind of
sure his rotation has changed. It looks like in almost like getting ready to make the move.
Yeah, I mean, exactly that. Like, I think it's telling, and I think it's telling you where they want to go. They want to get Stutzman on the field. Makes sense. Got to try to go a little bit younger. I think Werner probably has a little bit of trade value, and you get rid of that contract. It isn't the worst thing in the world. And the fact that you probably you would take on some dead money, but I think they get you back a better pick because you'd be cheap for the acquiring team. So that's kind of the guy that you want to look to move because you might actually get like a good asset. Like if you're trading like DeMario or Cam, you're probably getting a late round pick just from like where they're at in their careers. I think AK made himself untradeable last week. So yeah, I mean, I expect to see a couple things here. Look, and again, like this Olave thing, I think you keep an eye on it because like if they can't get to somewhere with that negotiation, all of a sudden you're staring down and it's like, hey, like what do we do here? So that's not one that I think is completely put to bed yet either.
All right, there he is, our guy, Nick Underhill, New
Noted
Orleans
nice guy, Nick Underhill.
Football. Nice guy. Just a great guy.
Great
New Orleans
personality.
Football is the website. I mean, has the Saints covered from every single angle. Nick, we appreciate the time as always, brother.
Yeah, take it easy, guys.
Nice guy.
Great personality.
Great guy. Great personality. He's a lot of fun at parties.
He called our kicker nice.
But really, though, like, that's a Disney movie where he traded bodies with an NFL player.
Yeah.
But, like, the teammate scene as, like, a fully grown NFL player, but, like, us, the viewer, we see him as, like, the middle school version.
Once you break the fifth wall.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Rookie of the Year, but, like, we see it. But they see him as, like, a grown NFL kicker. He keeps missing kicks. The object's to put the pigskin through the uprights.
Well, they're there.
All right, we'll take a break. More OTB when we come back here, live from the Rage King
Off the
Studio.
bench.
Oh, that was me. Go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org, 225-925-8552 is the number, 24/7, 365 weekend, game day, holiday. Does not matter. They will be there for you. Now, it's not only in emergencies. It's also not only in Central. It's the entire greater Baton Rouge area. They can help you in the remodel game. That's at your home. That's at your business. So no matter if it's, let's say you want to do something at your house. If it's just a new vanity, they can do that. If it's a new vanity, new tile, new everything, right? You want to completely gut what you have and start over, they can do that as well. Schedule everything today on their website, centralplumbing.org.
That's right, Central Plumbing. The experts in the greater Baton Rouge area. The Payne family has been doing it a long time. And they have helped us. They've helped me at my house. They've helped me at my place of business. It's a whole factory that they've outfitted. But don't take just my word for it. Go to their website, centralplumbing.org, and check out their testimonials. And you can also see their number for 24/7 emergency service, 225-925-8552, centralplumbing.org.
This 2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. OTB here live from the Raising Cane studio. I remind you about Russell Pool Company. Go to russellpools.com. When you go to the homepage, you will see a gallery of work. It's going to continue to wow you, amaze you. But the cool thing about it is that's somebody else's dream pool. It's all about your dream pool. Now, if you see something that you love, and maybe it's something from 3 pools, 4 pools, 5 pools, whatever, like you take a little bit and you put it together, and you go to Russell Pool Company and say, hey, this is my dream pool. This is what I want. And they're going to get it done every single time. Go to the website today, russellpools.com, 225-924-2527. And again, russellpools.com. There's a great point by Nick there at the very end. He's like, you have so many issues on this team and so many things. Like the yards before contact, that is wild behavior. He's like, why are we worried about something that's actually not going bad? It's actually going in the right direction. And I get it. It's the most important position in football. I get that. But he's right. Like, you got so many issues. Like, that's not the reason right now. 133 yards before contact. You know what a dream that is as a running back? I'm full speed, and you haven't touched me yet.
That stat blows my mind. 133 yards before anybody touched a running back. I'm about to tell you exactly how many runs a running back had. 19 from Swift. Okay, so there's 32. So 33 total runs from a running back in that game.
because it was a combination of Kyle Monungai and DeAndre Swift.
So that is 133 yards on 33 rush attempts. Is 4 yards on average, 4 yards before the running back was touched. And contact means I nicked you.
Yeah.
I
It's like
touched your
when
finger.
Olave got his arm grazed
Yep.
against the Patriots.
Contact.
That counts as contact.
Yards before contact.
And the goal is to get to 4 yards to carry.
So based on what Nick just said,
So you got to your goal before you were touched.
and we hadn't fact checking, but I trust his facts a lot more than ours sometimes.
That's
133 yards, and I'm looking at the carry, so it is 33 total carries from a running back. Now, DJ Moore had a run for 9 yards, so it could have been like a little, I can't remember the play.
That doesn't matter.
So that probably skews in it.
That
But
doesn't
let's just say nearly 4 yards. That is mind-boggling. In the National Football League.
Yeah. You reached your goal before you got touched. That's wild.
4 yards per carry is a good day in a running game.
Yeah, the Saints average, in contrast, if you want to know the Saints, what they averaged, 2.6 yards per carry.
Per carry, not before contact.
Per carry.
Per carry.
2.6, and the Bears averaged 4 yards before they were whispered to.
And their running backs average 6.5 yards per carry.
Is that good?
I don't know. Do they break it? They broke my mind with that.
So, again, you've got a lot
You got
of
some issues. Oh, but Spencer threw it behind that one guy.
Yeah.
I feel like we kind of talked about that in the off season though. Like, because everybody was saying draft a quarterback, but we're like, no, you need something at literally every single position on the Saints. Like, quarterback is not what you should be worried about.
I'm trying to think of a position group that you felt good about. Because you either had a player that wasn't up to the standard that you want, or it was an aging player.
Yeah.
Like a player that is a dog, but maybe he's 34, 35 years old.
I mean, Demario Davis.
Yeah, like he's a dog. He is a dog, but he's
they're all
30-something years
they're
old.
all starting to kind of show that they're 30-something years old.
I guess going
it's
into
not a
the
linebacker.
draft, the combination of him and Werner, which you got great value later in the draft with Danny Stutzman. So, like, you actually did okay there.
Yep. But it's not always, I mean,
disagree.
yards before contact's the defensive line's job.
Their defensive tackles. I don't know if y'all have noticed for the Saints this year, it's been an issue. So you had 4 guys that rotated in at defensive tackle. Okay, their grade, the highest grade of those 4 was 59. Christian Boyd 59, Brian Brzee 56, Gottschall had 50.8, and let's see, Bullard had 55.3. And it's so fast to see on the tape as well. Like, what is Saban? What running through you like what? Oh, you can't say it? That's right. We'll get in
Something
trouble.
to a tin horn.
Something through a tin horn.
Yep.
That's what they did.
Poo.
I mean, it was not even remotely close. Some of the combination blocks that the Bears had, you were on Heelys. It's like you had on Heelys instead of cleats. And if you are too young or too old to know what that is, it's the shoe that had a roller skate
Hey,
in
don't
it.
disrespect Heelys like that.
What do you mean?
Saying they look like
No.
some Saints players.
It's what they had because they were on roller skates. Those weren't cleats. Like, they were back 4 yards. And then okay. And so then you're like, where's the linebacker? The linebacker's got somebody in his lap. Like, it doesn't matter. It can be Danny Stutzman. It can be Demario Davis. It can be Pete Warner. It does not matter. You go back and you turn on the tape, and the linebackers had guys in their lap, and they're trying to read it, and they can't. Like, I thought Danny Stutzman actually was really good against the run, considering what the situation was. Now, in coverage, is incredibly limited. He's got a neck roll on. Gotta love it. But he's limited in coverage. He can stop the run. But even Danny Stutzman, who I thought had a good game against the run, when he struggled, it wasn't on him because he had Brian Brzee, on his toes.
I also thought it was interesting what Nick said. They said that Kamara played himself out of being tradable.
Yeah.
I mean, he's kind of right on that.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
minus the
What are
kind
you
of. He's
getting for
right.
him?
He's right.
Yeah. I mean,
And AK don't want to go anywhere.
Which
I
is
was
a
about to
wild
say, he
statement.
also
He doesn't want to go.
said,
But I just said that. I thought
Right,
that comment
it is,
was just
yeah.
kind of like, it's not an indictment on how he's playing because he's still Kamara. And it's
Yeah.
just a wild statement.
It is.
Because of the combination of age and his pass protection not being.
He's pass protection's never been.
Yeah.
He's just
No, which is why they always have him out on routes.
Yeah.
But you've always had a bigger guy, right? A Latavius Murray, a Mark Ingram, somebody that could be in there and block. You don't have that guy.
But I don't think we mentioned that Kendre Miller's out with a torn ACL,
Yeah.
so that's a hit to your running back room.
You said it when they were Nick, but we didn't mention
okay.
we didn't
Yeah.
mention the injury. It's an
Yeah.
ACL. Yeah, good point, Alondra, to bring that up. He's somebody that you were hoping would, continue to maybe step up and take over and be your young guy. And then AK could kind of be your change of pace guy. And he's still so smooth. I mean, there's things that he can do, but I don't think it's going to be Devin Neal. It was a great pass protection rep
Great moment
from him, but I don't know that he's going to be that guy. I think you got to go get somebody.
He's going to have to be that guy this week.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, he's going to have to help out this week without question.
Dev mentioned it yesterday, but Justin Reed was struggling.
Yeah.
I thought Chase Young showed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey.
Chase Young was your best D
Chase Young was
lineman.
good.
All right, Chase.
A couple tips.
Hey, we were asking about
Hey.
you, Bo. We didn't know if you get back in there, and you played your ass
See
off.
how I
Had a
just
sack,
pivoted
didn't he?
In that
to a little
game.
positive right there?
It was a positive. Kool-Aid played better as well.
Didn't he have a sack
After a really who?
Chase Young?
Yeah. Well, they gave him half a sack, but it was fully his sack. Like somebody jumped on top.
Right.
And I was
Werner?
like,
I think it was Werner.
maybe so. I was
Yeah.
like,
And
yeah, it's Chase Young's
and
sack.
two batted
who's
down
90?
passes at the beginning.
90s Brazil.
Oh, then it was Brazil.
It was Brazil,
Yeah.
which-
Brazil's shown flashes, but guys, I got to see a little bit more from him. He's a first-round pick.
Against the run, he's
terrible.
He's
He's
actually
a good interior pass rusher,
He's
but
bad against the run.
you need more than that.
Yeah, even though it was the back half of the first round, it was still bad. No, you can't be that against the run, or you can't play on first and second down. Which, as a first rounder, you can't be a third down guy.
You can't be a situational pass rusher, yeah.
So, other than that,
Everything's
pretty good.
Everything's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's pretty good.
Other than
Yeah.
every single position on this team.
Beat Tampa. Easy, Taylor.
Didn't say anything.
You're.
all right, that made me depressed. So let's go ahead and take a break. More OTB on the other side.
Off the bench.
Whew, my gosh. Well, at least, hopefully, maybe you enjoy some ice cold Dos Equis and you go for dose while you're watching some football last weekend. Hopefully not again this weekend, but it might be the same story. But you've always got little Dos Equis there. It makes it feel a little bit better. So if you're getting ready for your tailgate this weekend, if you're hosting at the house, make sure that you've got the essentials. The essential is an ice chest full of ice cold Dos Equis.
Yeah, it's an ice chest, refrigerator full.
You don't have to get up if you have the ice chest right next to you.
It's good to get them cold. Nice, cold, delicious, fresh Mexican lager in that green bottom. Look, if you're getting ready for the game, look, we have to show up. I know we lost the game this past weekend, but we got to show up for the Tigers this weekend. And there's no better way to do that for a night game than get a little action with some Dos Equis. 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. Drink responsibly. Go for Dos.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Game day is going to Nashville.
Huh?
Game day, Nashville, Vanderbilt, Missouri.
That was on everyone's bingo's card.
Why can't you give yourself Missouri's good, bud? I
didn't
sorry.
say they're bad. I've never once said they're bad.
Like we can't play a second of it, but how awesome was it at the coin toss for overtime? Their defensive end just crashed out and was just like talking ish to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The microphones picked it up and it was not safe for work language. And he let everybody know what was about to happen. And then what does he do? Gets a sack.
Yeah. He was speaking with the devil's tongue.
He felt good about the matchup.
He felt good about the matchup.
He felt good about
and
the
he
overtime.
backed it up.
What sucks is if LSU would have won on Saturday, probably would have been here.
Oh, it definitely would have been here, without question. You imagine the juice in the stadium if they would have won?
Would have been. It would have been a two.
It'd been one of those ones we
2-3
talked
matchup,
about.
maybe
Yeah.
3-4 matchup.
Oh, because all those teams lost in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been at least. I think it would have been maybe LSU 6 and A&M 3.
What was LSU going into that game?
10.
10.
Oh, okay. Never
So it would have been
mind.
6
Okay,
versus
that's on me.
3.
That's on me.
Something like that.
We hadn't gone over the new top 25. Indiana has crept on up there, haven't they?
They're the only team outside of Ohio State that's received any first-place votes. Now, of the 66, Ohio State's got 60 of them, but Indiana is the only other team. They got 6, and so it's Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Georgia Tech, Ole Miss, Miami, and Vanderbilt.
Has anybody watched any Ohio State this year?
I have.
Outside of Texas? I have not. For whatever reason, I just cannot.
Watched them play against Washington.
I'm not drawn to their football games.
Me either.
Because they're
I watched
much
the
better
Texas
than
one,
everybody
and
they play.
that's
Have they really played anybody?
Look, I mean,
I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're
I think
not
Illinois.
the number one
I think
team.
Illinois is a pretty decent team. I think Washington's a pretty decent team. But to your point of have they played Oregon, Indiana,
They played Texas.
And so, even the Penn State game, obviously, that looks completely different, right? They got obviously Michigan's away this year. Hey, they got to play against UCLA.
Oh,
but it's at home, so they don't have to travel. But no, to your point, they've got Penn State, Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers, and Michigan.
We're not going to really know who Ohio State is. Well, we got a pretty good idea. We know they're good. They absolutely deserve to be number one.
The Big Ten championship will tell you what you need to know.
Indiana.
Yeah.
Or Oregon, depending on how, I guess, it all plays out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, any of the teams that have been on their schedule, they've left no doubt.
Yep.
Beat the hell out of Wisconsin.
I agree with
week.
the top rankings. I think that Alabama's better than A&M. They just have the one loss, so that's why they're 4 and not 3. Right, A&M's 3, right? A&M's 3.
A&M's 3, yeah. Bama's 4.
Bama's 4.
You had
Georgia Tech at number 7.
Are they?
They're in the
Yeah.
driver's seat for the ACC, man.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Let's go.
If they can lose to
The
Georgia.
Texas
still make it.
Hainsaw Massacre.
Love
right.
that so much. That might be the best nickname.
good.
Yeah.
Will the ACC get 2 teams in?
You potentially, if Miami
Miami.
and Georgia Tech, I'll say that they meet up in the ACC championship game.
And Miami wins.
Miami wins
wins.
a close game.
Right.
It's the only loss Georgia Tech has. And Georgia Tech, let's say they beat Georgia, then how do you can't deny them. They got to get in.
Man. I just love how he
UVA
has
is also undefeated in the
zero
ACC. by the
regard
way.
for his body.
Mm-hmm.
Like zero.
Oh, he has none.
Yeah.
He has none. Because Virginia's loss to NC State was
Yeah.
actually a non-conference game, even though it's a conference opponent.
Which is so dumb.
Because of the scheduling imbalance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That is dumb.
So it still doesn't. So they still are undefeated in conference play and have a chance to make it to the championship game in Charlotte.
How about Texas still being ranked?
I am, and also I'm looking at it, and y'all Notre Dame's gonna make the playoff.
Ugh.
No, they're gonna make it.
No.
They gonna make it. They're 12 right
Yep,
now.
they're 12. Yeah.
And you look at what they have left on their schedule.
At Boston College.
Boston College is cheeks. Navy's not gonna beat them. I love
No.
Blake Horvath. He ain't beating them. At Pitt, could be maybe Syracuse and Stanford.
No
And
shot.
losing a game, y'all.
Once Angeli went down
And they don't
Syracuse.
they don't have a conference championship. Notre Dame.
Because they're cowards.
Notre Dame's best win is going to be against the 20th ranked team in the country, and they're going to make the playoff.
Wasn't Angeli the backup at Notre Dame last season or no?
yeah,
Okay.
he's the one that came in for
Yeah.
He was
Leonard.
leading the
For
country
Riley.
in passing yards
Yeah.
at Syracuse before he went down.
Dang. Oh, yeah, that's true. And then
Yeah.
Colin Hurley came in. Yeah.
No,
Collins.
Oh, wait.
Collins. You got your backup LSU
I
quarterbacks
do.
mixed up.
Who
Ricky.
am I? Ricky Collins.
Ricky Collins.
I'm like, Colin.
Oh, Ricky's a great redneck name. Say Ricky.
Hey, Ricky.
Hey,
Some-
Ricky.
Somebody.
I need to get
Y'all
Brittany
ever
to
seen
say
La
Ricky.
Bamba?
Get
Get her up
Brittany
here
up
real
here.
Brittany say Ricky Collins. Oh.
Hey, Ricky Collins.
I don't know if it's.
I'm really
we
about to
need
tell her to come up here.
pass some legislation, or there needs to be like a presidential. What do you call this?
I don't know where you're trying
Sign
to go.
something. Presidential law. Can't remember the name of it. My bad. Where somebody forces Notre Dame to join a
executive
conference.
order?
An executive order. An executive order to force Notre Dame
They're going to get in the playoff because of their
to
bad
join a conference.
wins
You
or
cowards.
good losses.
You're as
Write him a
yellow
letter.
as the Chargers uniforms.
Write him a
yellow.
letter. Write Trump a letter and ask him.
Okay.
Say
Smart.
Dear
If he
President.
sees Matt Flynn He's opening it.
He's going to read that name and
Published
be
Arter.
like, he's been in the White House 3 times.
True.
Published Arter.
Big true.
Matt Flynn.
Big true.
He's the guy that Bush told me to watch out for.
Wrote a
All
letter.
right.
He wrote a letter about it.
All right, I
Left it on
promise
the
I
desk.
do it. I'm going to go ahead and do it. But before we do it, okay, when it comes to industrial construction, there's only one team built to handle it all, and that is Pala. So from fabrication and maintenance to construction and turnaround services, Pala has been powering Louisiana's industries for decades. They're trusted by the biggest names in energy and manufacturing because they deliver quality, safety, and reliability every single time. So whether it's a major project or everyday operations, go with the pros who get it done every single time. Visit palagroup.com to learn more. That's palagroup.com, building Louisiana's future one project at a time. All right, we'll finish it up. We're going to get to your questions when we come back here. We'll ask the bench.
Off the bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com is the website. You can sign up for residential and commercial service. And remember, if you want those roll-off dumpsters, you give them a call at 225-612-2477. Hey, here's what my project is. Here's what we've got going on. And what size do I need? They're going to make sure you have the right size every time. So go to the website today to find all that information. That's trashrangers.com.
TrashRangers.com. We know that they are the absolute best, the absolute experts when it comes to trash removal, whether it's whether you have a dumpster at your house for weekly pickup, whether you have weekly pickup of a dumpster at your place of business or a roll-off dumpster, 3 different sizes for 3 different size projects, but also they have their sanitation department, but that's their portable toilet business. So if you have a festival, a concert, if you have something, a construction site, and you need a portable toilet, make sure you go to trashrangers.com and check out their sanitation department. Trash Rangers, we are number 1 at picking up number 2. Trashrangers.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back in, OTB. Go to boudreauxelectrical.com, boudreauxelectrical.com. Whole home generator, more power, more protection, the ultimate peace of mind. It is not too late. Give them a call, 985-397-1562 on the North Shore. In the greater Baton Rouge area, 225-300-9389. Always online, always ready to help at boudreauxelectrical.com. I have made the executive decision that Ricky is my favorite country name.
All right.
You can have 17 E's in the middle of that thing.
And a few at the end.
Hey, Ricky. Say Rick. Oh, Rick's good, too.
Yeah, right.
It's great.
Dwayne's pretty good.
Dwayne's a great one.
Dwayne. Dwayne.
Yeah, you'd have to say Dwayne.
Great
Dwayne.
girl one that we like, a Charlene, Darlene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything with E's.
I like Tammy. Tammy's a good one.
Tammy's
the
very
E's.
country.
It's the E's that get you. All right.
No.
No can do.
Probably should have asked for Ask the Bench questions before.
Some of these radios.
There's
Ask the
some.
Bench. Is it wrong that I really like Detroit now, even though I've been a Packers fan for 30 years? That's like being a fan of Bama and LSU.
Are you wrong for it? Yeah.
No, because if you look, Bama Gump, if you've got grit, if you've got determination, if you've got want to, how can you deny Dan Campbell? It's hard, very hard. Never cared about Detroit before Dan Campbell, and now it's Dan Campbell and it's Kelvin Shepherd.
He's probably
teammate.
the same way with Alabama and Saban, being that he's a Bama fan.
You can be a Kelvin Shepherd fan. I'll give you that.
For sure. You can be a Dan Campbell fan, too. Like, come on, you don't hate Detroit. You hate
No,
the
I don't.
Bears.
I don't hate Detroit. I got nothing against Detroit. I like them.
Is Bears Packers biggest? Is that? I have no idea.
The Bears, yeah.
Bears.
Yeah.
Bears. Yeah, like I hate the Raiders.
I think,
like,
Bears,
my best friend can play
Packers
for the
is
Raiders,
the-
and I'm not rooting for
I
it.
think they're the oldest rivalry in the NFL.
Feels right.
It's either that or they've played the most times.
Feels right. Like I didn't really care about the Chiefs when I was playing because they weren't any good.
Yeah.
Broncos were
Todd
once
Haley.
Jay Cutler left, I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Raiders. was about to say something. I was about to quote an Eminem lyric that I don't know if I could have got away with. I'm glad I thought about it.
Yeah, that's the last segment.
Well, I'm just talking about like from the higher ups.
Oh, got it.
Not from the children listening in the car. Let's see.
It's been a fun show.
Ask the bench, where did you come from? Because you don't belong here. I came from Shreveport.
I was born in Greenville, South Carolina.
Yeah,
okay.
Shreveport,
Yeah.
Port City.
Yeah, pretty much
318,
been here
31
my
grade,
whole
Tyler,
Ratchet
Texas,
City.
Trinity Mother Francis Hospital.
Yeah, it was Schumpert Hospital.
I don't
Where I
know what
came
hospital
from.
Streets.
Sax is
as-
hitting
the
the
streets.
Ask the bench, what road SEC game that you played in had the best atmosphere? Jordan Hare.
Auburn is always pretty sweet.
Yeah, sweet. Good stadium. Good or bad, day or night. Good place.
Yeah, nice place.
Yeah.
Nice little place.
Yeah, because the swamp can be up or down a little bit.
Yeah, Bama was
Jordan
nice.
Hare is always.
Bama was always
I
nice.
thought Bama was a little quieter than they made it out to be, but Jordan Hare was my favorite to go to. It was always great. Great atmosphere.
Georgia was not much fun. We got
Oh, we got
crushed,
locked.
throttled there.
David Green just completed another pass on us. We love you. We thank you. We'll see
Go
you tomorrow.
Tigers!
And Saints.
Off the bench.
All right, when it's time to take control of your finances, your community matters. That's why Campus Federal Credit Union, they're all about people first, offering everyday banking, auto and home loans, and financial guidance, all backed by Louisiana families who understand our drive. With a legacy of local service and competitive rates, let Campus Federal be your financial teammate. Visit campusfederal.org. That's campusfederal.org. And power your future with a credit union built for you and your neighbors in Shreveport, in Baton Rouge, in New Orleans. They are boots on the ground here in Louisiana, here to help you. Campusfederal.org.
Campus Federal Credit Union, serving Louisiana for over 85 years with the same focus today as day one, which is putting members first. And that's Louisiana members. So why settle for a big national bank when you can join a credit union that invests back into Louisiana and cares about your financial future? So stop by any Campus Federal branch today or visit campusfederal.org.